it's Thursday morning. I'm trying to keep my voice down because Rachel, Anderson and the new baby, which we still haven't got a name yet, might call it Bowden Owens. But they're asleep. We ended up all in the same bed last night because Anderson's so clingy to his mum. It's funny, I went into his room and he was like just starting to wake up, making crying noise and stuff. I went in, I was patting him and he was like, oh yeah, I was going back to sleep. And then he kept waking up a little bit, and then in the end I said to him, come on, go to sleep. And he literally looked at me and was like, you're not mummy. And then he just started crying for his mum then. So maybe the long hair threw him. But I've just noticed I've got like a rash here for my cap. I might need to put something on my head there. I've just been emailing, so when I wake up in the morning, I try and go through everything with the lads. I'm sure everyone knows what job they're on, what they're doing, and then I've just been evaluating really. So Dave's just finished the garden wall, and I was trying to work out whether we've actually, made money on that job or broke even or what. It's not as bad as I thought, because when he first started, I was thinking, God, they're like way behind here. I'd priced it at 400 bricks a day, and him and the other bricklayer were only doing 300. And I was like, yeah, we need to step in and do something here, otherwise, we're going to be 30% out. So I think we priced it at 16. Well, Dave's done 16 days on it, and then another bricklayer's done 9. And then 2 of those days were taking the wall down, so it's been 22 days. So it's been 4 days extra of like a single bricklayer laying, which is 2 days at, say, so it's like £1,000 extra basically, which when you say it like that, it's a lot, isn't it? Now because we don't do customers work like this all the time, I'm not very good with quotes, and I can't bring myself to just stick £1,000, £2,000 onto jobs, onto quotes. So normally I just give people estimates. I say, look, here's the materials, here's the labour, this is what I'm estimating the job will be at. And obviously if we find anything else, then we'll obviously let you know. So Dave said that he's gone a couple of courses higher than what we had quoted. So he's going to count that up and see, hopefully we're sort of where we want to be. And we're not losing money, because I don't come to work to lose money. I do not come to work to organise everyone, drive around providing tools, insurance, like everything to pay for people to do work on other people's houses. So we need to we need to make sure that the company makes money. And then the other one, the stairs. So Ronnie dropped the stairs off yesterday, and the company rang me and said it's got paint on. One of the items got red paint on from Alexander Steel, and they said we can't put it in the bath. 1, it won't galvanise to it, and 2, it'll cause contaminants, it'll cause, pollutants to go in the air, which they obviously get monitored for, and it ruined their bath basically. And then the other thing was that the handrail's too wide. He's done the top handrail, so I said to him to put it all in pieces. I sent Ronnie the measurements of the bath in Garston around the corner and said make sure it fits in, and it all does except for the handrail, which is he's done in an L shape, and there's no way to get it in. Their bath's a metre wide and the handrail's I think 1100, so, and they won't double dip it. They only double dip beams. So Ronnie's got to go and pick that up. I said to them about, could we do the works on site, and they said, well, you could, but you'd have to send us all your insurance information, you'd have to fill out RAMs, all the health and safety involved. They said it's probably quicker you just picking it up, or you can take it to Manchester. And I'm like, and I don't know how many days. I only priced I think, a few days for Ronnie to build those stairs, and it's just gone like way over what it is. And now this is like another day, half a day. He's got to go and pick it up, sand all the stuff, cut the handrail, put like a bracket on, and I want it so that when we galvanise it and put it together, that's it, it's done. There's no weak spots or welding on site, but Ronnie's like, you know, adamant that he'll just weld stuff on site, and I'm like, well, no, because if you're paying to have stuff galvanised, you're paying for that like longevity, that look, that, you know, future-proofing. And as soon as you start welding on site, I've used galvanising spray. It's not the same as obviously dipping it. And then I'm going to go and get the digger from Alexander Steel, and we're going to go to the wall job that Dave's on, and we're going to riddle the soil and the stones out of it, and use the shifters and send the soil around the back of the house. And then I'll see if I can get some hardcore delivered now from ASC Grab Hire, because they're going to Alexander Steel for an empty load, so I might see if they can come to us, drop 8 ton of hardcore off, and then obviously go to Alexander. Let's see. But yeah, that's it. That's the plan for the day. Ben, Mick and Scott are just cracking on with the extension job, which is coming to the end really. There's plastering it. And then we've got loads of other jobs to start, including my sister's. And I've just been emailing I spoke to Darren yesterday on the phone, planning consultant, and he was saying about preparing for the appeal, and he's given me a number for a property lawyer who specialises in these things, and I've emailed them this morning. She just got back to me straight away and was like, yeah, like, you know, deal with these cases a few times and be happy to help. You might be able to hear a few noises, and that's because you're going to say hello. Yeah. Your first appearance. Or is it the second? Little baby Jesus with no name at the minute. Is Daddy going to do your bum? So yeah, I've got to change his nappy now, and then hopefully be able to go back into work and get stuff done today, and then I can relax this weekend with the family. Oh, and I'm just doing some AI pictures for I'm doing a video, so now we've got them crushers. I didn't realise that I've got a diesel crusher, an electric crusher and a petrol crusher. I've got a tracked one, I've got a trailer one, and I've got one with like a soil screener on as well. So I think we're probably, in terms of like domestic ones, we're probably one of the only companies in the Northwest who've got these options of crushers. I don't know how I've ended up with all these, but yeah. Yeah, trying to make some videos on AI to sort of promote the benefits of using like a mobile crusher versus getting a skip, filling it with hardcore, getting a delivery of crushed stone, wheelbarrowing them around the back. Have you just pooped on Daddy's hand? I can feel that. Right, I better go. Hold on, right there. So, just on the yard, and we're going today to move the soil, but before Paul goes away, here's the riddle bucket. So I've got 2 of these. This one's a better size because that'll fit on my shifters. I've got a wider one if we were doing just a pile. However, that one will go onto the shifter, so I can shake it and I'll be left with the stone basically. Ronnie's just been to this morning to go and pick up the stuff. Ronnie, how much paint's on it? How much paint's on it? Oh, there is a bit, isn't there? Wait, what's that from then? We didn't know. It just wasn't a clean. It wasn't a clean piece when we got it. No.
Used as a bench top or something.
Yeah, the other side's all right.
No, the other side needs a.
Oh. And then they were just saying about this was too wide, so you're just going to cut it and put brackets on.
I'll take that off. So I'm going to put that off there now. And we're going to fit that to there as a permanent piece.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they can go back as 2 pieces.
Yeah. Sound.
Where's your burning gear for this?
The gas bottle's in there, and then the torch kit should be. So you reckon it'll just burn off? Okay. The torch should be in one of these trailers. I'll have a look now. I reckon you're better with the disc. You know, the sanding disc for that side. Probably the other side would burn off if it's. You can open that up a bit more, you know. I just mean you might end up using all the whole gas. Right, we just come to Alexander Steel to get the digger and the apple. The only puddle, I was just saying, we've got no puddles on the yard now because we put all this drains in. Just throw it in that puddle. Yeah, just throw it in that, you'll see it. So they just heated it up again and then... Look at it, it's drying as you put it on. So you just heat that up, and what they're going to do is they're going to put some plates on it for us. Yeah, just roll it round in here. Yeah. I just drove off and I went, ah. Yeah, do not, yeah. Don't drive off without checking the feet. You idiot. Yeah. Yeah, the bucket here. So, right, so grab wagon's coming today to grab that, and then we're going to come tomorrow morning. They've got rebar getting dropped off today. We're going to come tomorrow morning and rake it all out, put the rebar in, and obviously pour the concrete. I've just been trying to find the best way to use these chains. So, the way they work, obviously it's got bits there, but the way my chains work, they don't hook on. Like, they only hook on dead skinny, don't they? Obviously they're made like that for a reason, but I just can't see like the best way of doing that. But yeah, right, let's go and get this thingy done whilst it's sunny. I'm just laughing. So I reckon I'm the only plumber who's ever turned up to a job with a digger. So we're just fitting a pump to one of the showers in this block that's forever got water issues. Now, we done this one, we done the water main, so it's all there ready for them to connect, and they've even put the stop tap in, but for some reason the landlord's like stalling on the application, so not sure exactly what they're doing, but we'll go in now and take a look. Plan is to oscillate or multi-tool a bit out, and then Paul's got a white access panel that we're going to put in the bedroom behind the shower, where the bathroom is. And we're going to do, this is one of the weirdest jobs I've seen. They've got mains water shower and an electric shower, both in the same shower cubicle, because they've had so many problems with, like, this fella must have spent a fortune on trying to solve this water issue when all he needs to do is upgrade his mains water.
Like electric showers, thermostatic ones, aren't they?
Yeah,
that's mains water ones. And
let's go in and have a look. What's the chances this goes to plan? So here you can see we've got the pump. I've just been to my van then, because it's got plastic ends. I wanted to use these rubber connectors on. Let me show you why. Oh no, I've done it now. But basically the rubber that comes with that is about 5mm thick, which is better. You know, I've never had a joint leak from these, which is good. And then we put flexes on isolators just because we don't know what's going to happen when we open this up. So behind here is the shower. Someone's already done a repair there, look. So I'm guessing that's where they've put the new shower in. What we've done, we've just measured from this wall to the centre of the shower is 40 centimetres. That stud is, well, as long as we're below that, doesn't matter, does it? We want to be below them drawers, ideally. So 50 centimetres from this corner, because the stud's going to be, and then we just want to be below the thingy. So if you just mark that, and what we're going to do now, I'll just cut a little square out with the multi-tool just to get in so I can see. guess because I'm in the stud there. But basically we don't know whether the pipes could go anyway. So although we're expecting the pipes to run vertical, they could run anyway. However, there we go. So let's cut that square bigger, find out which one's is going to the hot, to the shower. And so what I've done is, that's why I've put the access panel as well, Paul, because we've got two options here. We can connect it to the mains one, so it sucks water from the boiler.
Just go for the mains anyway,
Or we could attach it to the cold water, so it sucks water to the electric shower. So by fitting that panel, probably the only job we'll ever do that's got the option to do both. But let's pencil that on now. Let me just feel. So the stud's here, and there's one there as well. But if we can go that way with it, so there's a stud there. So if you use that as your line, of course, and then that'll do. Right, we'll multi-tool that out, and then we'll have another look inside. Right, so snapshot later, and there's another bit of timber there, isn't there? Oh, yeah. There we go. Ooh, it looks like they've got a bit of a leak because they're getting mould there. Right, so what we're going to do, I can cut that off now, and then we'll tap into either, if you want to go and put the shower on, and I'll feel which one's hot.
Turn the water back on,
Yeah, go and turn the water back on and then. Right, so Paul's putting the shower on, and that's what the pressure looks like now, and we're just waiting for let me wash my hands. I always forget which way it is. You've got to press the button to go to the hot. Oh, go away, is that? Then fiddle around with that until we get it warm. Hi mate, you okay? Yeah, do you want to be cameraman for a minute? So we need to and we've got, that's the exit, so we can put that one probably about there, do you reckon? Cut that further up. Pop an insert in. Oh, don't, maybe I'll. Sometimes these are a bit tricky to get the inserts around the. Let me show you. So sometimes, I don't think these ones are alright, but sometimes the olive doesn't like, they're alright. It's the other, like the speed fit ones, sometimes it doesn't like going around the yeah. We want to make sure that's facing us. And when it's plastic, you don't want to over tighten it, because you can over tighten it and it'll compress the olive.
Does it with copper as well?
And do the opposite of what you want it to do, basically. And then that one we want to get.
Still get people who use PTFT tape on them when you're not meant to.
So that's there. Bang that on there. Do you reckon this is going to make much difference? I hope it does, because they'll probably have loads of jobs for us then. I think every single...
The old bathroom needs ripping out, in my opinion. so you're getting a damp problem.
So again, not too tight. Doing the same with them, just above hand tight. I normally do them so the rubber doesn't go too. To be fair, that wouldn't be a bad. That's where the flexies are good to give you a bit of room, don't they? Right, so this one is 32 litres a minute and it'll lift it 22 metres, which is good. And it'll do up to 60 degrees. So let's, is it on, yeah? Ready? Should we? And do you want to go and test the shower now? So we'll just test it with, I don't really know what the buttons are for, to be honest. Change auto. So he's got it working now. This should fire up. Unless I've got to press something. Right there. There we go. Is that any better? Yeah? Oh, sound. So it was worth doing. Right, okay, we'll connect this all up. We'll put that piece of timber back in, screw this to it so that it's fixed. And then hopefully that solves their problem. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little brushed box, which I didn't have on my van now. I'm going to go and check, because I did used to have some little brushed box, and then this cable can just basically go through the brushed box and it'll just sit next to this or underneath there, and then we haven't got to do any difference then. Sound? Right, all done. That is going to be behind the desk, plugged into the socket, and let's go and check how much, if they've got a decent shower now. Should be able to see the difference when it kicks in. And I press the right button. Could you feel it kick in before? Yeah, hold that. Let me just go and check if I got it on the right button, because I might have knocked it saying manual. Right, so that's just started now. Oh yeah, you can see the difference in that, can't you? Yeah, it's going more like, I don't want to finger my hands, so I have to dry them again. Sound? Do you know what the problem is now? They're going to ask us to fit these in every single house. Not a bad thing, I suppose, but... Right, all done for now. Well, I say for now, I don't think it'll make much difference because it'll be behind the desk, but I was going to put like a little plasterboard box in with a brush plate on, just so that goes in, but I think that's fine the way it is. Saved the landlord a few quid. But do you want to just turn that back on now, just so I can check it's on auto. Only thing is you can hear this whirring, so if someone else has a shower, and you're in bed, it'll be that'd annoy me because you can hear the pump. Right, we're back at the wall job, and I think we're taking over this job now, aren't we? He wants us to do everything. So while I've got the digger here, he's asked, can I clear the driveway? However, we had, let me go through it. So we were getting 8 ton of hardcore for the back. However, that's now changed because I was going through it with them saying, oh, well, it looked like someone had already hardcored it. And then when I spoke to them, they were like, oh no, that's just like the stuff that was like from digging and whatever. So we've just dug a hole and it's literally just soil. Yeah, you can see there, just the colour there, that is just purely soil with like a top layer of things. So that's not good enough to lay flags on. And then we were going to spread the soil out in the back. However, since we last come, all this stuff's been put out here for them to do work inside. So we've now set everything up to bring the soil around the back. However, we can't. So what we're going to do is just make a pile of soil here where we can. But they don't want to lift it up too much. Probably like 50 mil across this bit. So yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare, but you know, we just crack on with what we can do. And since I've bought this digger, it's literally been in use every other day, which is good. Hopefully it'll pay for itself soon. So the plan's now changed to when Chestnut come with 8 bags of hardcore, they're going to go in the front here and they're going to act as barriers to hold the soil in that I'm going to take off the thing. So I'm going to use my riddle bucket and get the stones out of this soil, send it around the back, and then we're going to say make a pile and keep adding from the driveway. Oh, there's just stuff everywhere, isn't there? So that back we can't really do anything until all that other stuff's gone. But he's got acros and stuff which he's bought, which he said he'll give me, and I'll just knock off some money for the job. But yeah, other than that, all looks great. So what we're doing is I've just got the digger on here and we're just seeing whereabouts we can have the first, well, the greedy hopper. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to shake that in, and only the stuff that fits through these bits will go through to the back. So, and then when Ronnie comes, if you and Ronnie can just start, well, you'll have to put this on a wheelbarrow, won't you, at the back? Right, so let me set these up with you. Right, so we're off, and I had to do a little stitch repair on this one because I know I've got a new belt for it, so it's not too big of an issue, but just for now, obviously we want to start getting stuff done. So he's got a trestle there, we'll just pop this one up on a trestle and make sure we cover this bad boy. Ready? Right, here we got 4.2, 4.2, 4.2, 3, 4.2. That's how many meters we're going to do now, and we've got the riddle bucket on. So let's give it a little, let's speed that one up a bit. Let's give it a little test run, yeah? Yeah, do you want to film? Right, so as I'm working through this, Chestnut just arrived, so we're going to put the bags here as a wall so that we can get, obviously, the driveway grabbed. And let's see how this has been going. So this is what I've been, obviously, sieving out. Anything bigger than that. And you can see what's been going on, really. Look at that. Nice, that's nice topsoil, isn't it? You might get the odd little stone in there like these, look. But that is say I'm happy with that, and I've got like all big chunks of roots out as well. I have got the soil screener as well, but let's see how it's been getting on. And what happens is, as they get like pounded on by the shifters, they break up. So if you wanted to, you could have someone here going like this. You know, if you wanted to be picky. But yeah. How's it going? Is it getting better? Is it getting less stony? I feel like the first one I put on was quite stony. Yeah. And so we're just going to make a pile here for soil to go out for the grass. That'll do though, innit? That's nice, like, powdery soil. Right, everything's going well at the minute. Don't jinx it, Andy. Don't jinx it. Right, I'd say we were halfway through that pile. However, the riddle bucket's getting clogged, so I'm just gonna. I can see as I'm lifting it up, it's not got as many holes in it, so I'm just gonna clear them out, and then we'll go again. Especially the bottom ones that have the weight on it, isn't it? So we'll do that, and then I'll go and check in the back how Paul's getting on. And what we've done is we've put Ronnie on the conveyor line. So as I'm doing it, I'm just going a bit more aggressive with it now. Try and get a bit more, and then Ronnie's just picking off any odds and sods. What's it like at the back? How much do we need, do you reckon?
Somebody scraping down before I can tell them.
Yeah, you're not going to know. Let's have a little look how we get on. Conveyor. Oh yeah, so you can see the difference, can't you? Odd little stones getting through, but that to me that's good, isn't it? Come on. There is the odd little bit getting in. But yeah, I'd be happy with that if that was mine. I just don't know. I mean, that's probably only 2 and a bit ton, 3 ton. So it is time consuming. Let's see if we can speed it up a bit. Right, that is it for... Oh, we can move a gas meter. That's 20 to 5, and that's it for Thursday. So we've found there's a plunge point there, and there's I think it's a gas pipe in it, or old electric, I'm not sure. But we're going to leave the shifters here for now. That grab's coming tomorrow. However, we're on Alexander Steel tomorrow, so I might see if we can push everything forward, and maybe we'll get here in the afternoon. Although I'm thinking I'm forgetting something else now on a Friday. I think I've agreed to something else, but we're just going to take this back now. I'll have to take it to mine with the other digger actually, and then like I say, grab's coming tomorrow for that. And we'll get a load of recycled hardcore down here for the driveway. But I think that'd probably need another grab, won't it? Right, that is it. I'm going to get my haircut in 5 o'clock. I've got 20 something minutes. Friday morning, and I woke up in a bit of a bad mood, or a sad or disappointed mood that we've started loads of different jobs at the minute, and the way we work things, we just sort of pay for the first bits and whatever, and then when the job's done I'll invoice them. However, we've started like a render job, scaffolding job, the wall that Dave's on, which just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, the staircase job that Ronnie and Phil have done, the bathroom job that Scott and Mick have done, the other bathroom job, the understairs toilet job. So I'm owed money off all of these jobs. I'm trying to think if there's... Oh yeah, and Cozy Living as well. So we've done all their jobs that I have an invoice for, so it's all my fault. I just haven't done it in time, and I've just been like carrying on, and this is what happens when I'm working, when I'm on the tools. All the other bits of the business fall behind, and normally I just do them after work. However, now we've got a little baby, I just haven't got time to do anything. Well, I have. I'm just prioritising the wrong stuff at the minute. And this morning, you know, most people, my partner Rachel's saying that most people have, you know, a week, 2 weeks off, sort of paternity from work, and I'm like, I cannot do that at the minute. I've got all these jobs that need me. I've got the brand new digger which has been out every day, and to be honest, I don't trust anyone else on it at the moment until, you know, it's probably well, it's the most expensive bit of kit we've ever bought, and maybe it's my fault. I just don't trust people to use it yet until I've figured it all out, really. And yeah, I just feel like a bad father at the minute, having to go to work, but literally we're like down to like pennies in the banks, and trying to get, there's Ronnie and Paul in front of me. With the piling machine to go to my sister's. Yeah, and then my sister's job as well. So I'm owed money off everyone, but I just need to sit down and do it. But then, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just making excuses up for myself when I just need to get stuff done. But yeah, I feel like a bad dad at the minute, not being there. I mean, it's 25 to 9 now, and I've tried to get up this morning. I'm trying to get Anderson ready. I'm trying to help out, and it's just, yeah, not ideal. But I wish I could just sit back and, you know, well, I don't wish I'd just be a pen pusher, but there's days where I do think, oh, I wish I could just have time off and everything run smoothly. But I feel like this week's I've had to be in to do stuff, otherwise I'd probably end up more in debt and things going wrong. And right, I'm on the way to Alexander Steel anyway. We're waiting on the grab wagon. I need to ring them back now because he was meant to be there at 7:30, and they're not there yet. So hopefully they turn up, otherwise there's nothing much we can do. We need that stuff moved to start getting all the rebar and the concrete prepped. But yeah, we're gonna go and get this slabbed today, and then see what time we finish, whether we go to any more jobs or not. Just in the standard morning traffic between 8 and 9. Oh, this is a nightmare. No, I forgot about this road.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Oh, I forgot about this road. We done 2 houses on this road, and it was always like this. And I'm in a trailer and that. There's a van there. I don't know if you can see this. So this always happens. They need to make this road one way because it's absolutely ridiculous. This happens every single morning, and I feel an idiot for coming down here. But Smithdown Road, the other road, has got roadworks on, goes down to single lane, so you can't even get past that way. Oh, you can just see people arguing now. But yeah, I'm trying to ring Dave. So there's a grab wagon going. The grab wagon's just been to Alexander Steel, so when we get there it should all be clear, ready for us to spread it out, put the membrane down, put the rebar in, and then I'm going to ring Spot Mix and see whether they can push the concrete pour forward, because the sooner we get that down the better. We might be able to jump onto another job this afternoon, let's see. And then there's another grab going to the wall job that Dave's on. So I've moved all the soil yesterday into a big pile, and then what he's going to do, he's going to bring, I've just got to send him how many ton I want of recycled stone, so he's going to drop that onto where we've dug out for the driveway, and then he's going to grab the soil, so it's like, makes it more efficient for them. But I just need to ring Dave and get a measurement on the driveway roughly, so I'm going to guess it's about 10 by 10. So if we do 10 by 10, 100 metres squared at sort of 200 mil of hardcore, that's how much this just isn't moving. Oh, what have I done? Yeah. I've bent my leg again, so I think it's just getting like easier to bend back. Yeah, I think it will. Yeah. I think it is going to snap soon, isn't it? Is it already? Yeah. Well, let me get it so I can get the digger off, and then oh, it's gone on it. So John's just going to weld the other leg because it's split it. so we can get the digger off. How's it looking? Let's see the before. Let's see the before of it. Not easy for you, that, isn't it? Yeah, I think I've bent that one too many times. Right, it's just finished patch welding that for us. And I'm just gonna just cool it off. See how hot it gets, obviously, when you're welding, doesn't it? Right, let's get the digger off. And hopefully that's the last time I break that bloody foot. Today. So what we're doing is we're just putting the membrane down, help spread the load, and then we've got the rebar on, and then we're going to get a steel from there to there, and we're going to tamp it across with that. That way they'll have a perfect ramp there that won't, because previously they had a massive bump here that they kept putting plates over it. But if we go from there to there, they'll have a nice smooth transition. And we've just got the steel rebar, and it fits like, it just literally fits in without cutting it, which is good. Ah, do you know what I had as well? It's in my sister's, isn't it? The rebar gun. The rebar gun, you know, to put them together. But yeah, let's get another rebar over that then. And then 12 o'clock, concrete's booked in for 10:30 now. I am, yeah. I was just saying, setting you up on this bit, get this bit done. Right, we've just cut the access chamber, the riser to the right height, so that this sits at the same height as the concrete. We just borrowed a length of 40 by 40 that we're going to use as a tamp to get the ramp, well, to get from that side to this side perfect. The only problem is that it drops off there, so we're going to have to sort of follow that. So it might be a bit harder, but looks, is it going to be better than it was? Well, why didn't you used to puddle here? It'll all go there, won't it? Because that all slopes that way. That's what I mean, this grid's not really like... There is a grid there. You can put one on there. Should we do that before we pour? Stick a grid here. Yeah, they've got a rod knife there. Let's stick another grid there. So if we break, that's a rod knife. So if he goes and buys another grid, we might as well stick another one there, just to be.
Stick a grid cover on that. Take that off.
I mean, it won't really go in, will it? It's higher. So I think if we can get a grid there, might as well, mightn't we? Well, they've got that T there, and hopefully that catches all that bit. Good shout, John.
One by the gate, it's just the edge of the puddle, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the, you know when we put the metal on, it's brought it like, so we took the metal off and it all goes down. So he said he's going to cut a different metal to go over it now, and then hopefully that'll work then. Sounds? Just want to cut the rebar. Can they use, or can one of your lads do it with the torch gun?
Yeah, mate, I can use it to burn also.
Yeah, good. Measure that and burn it then. Right, Ronnie's gone to Sayers, so we're going to spot mixers here. He's going to spin back around, reverse in, and hopefully he can do what the grab wagon done and reverse into the gap. So he's just going to try and move some of the steels out the way for us now, and hopefully he can reverse into that gap and pour straight into where the slab's going, because I think this is a full load. I can't remember how many, I think it was 8 metres cube, maybe more. The lorry holds 9, but I think we worked out about 8, and there'll be a couple of ups and downs, so it'll probably end up being a bit more. Right, here we go. He's going to see whether he can get past this gap is the main one. He should do. He's just trying to straighten up. He's gonna have to go forward, I think. Will you get... Can you go forward now? You'd have to almost full lock it. Yeah, you've got about a metre to here, but you'd have to full lock it that way to get it. You'd have to... You might be better trying to like...
They've got to be pushed over because I won't make that one. That's it. The wagon's like that now, it's got to go like that. They've got to go that way.
Alright, okay. Let me see if what do you think, how far he can get them in then. Sounds right. Take 2 with those steels moved. Now I'm hoping he can get tighter to that side. Alright, Mars fitting that. Hey, go that way a little bit, can't he? Just guarding on that side, Paul. I'd hate to hear that. Just make sure, just give him a shout if he's... That'll do, won't it? Yeah, will that do? You're in the middle of the slab there. Sounds right. Thing this down and now hopefully you can extend the thing. So what we've done is we put in a couple of bars to tie into the slabs together. And that one just flew. Did you see that one just fly above my head? I was like, wow. One of these seagulls just started to nab me pasty.
Have you seen that one of the fellas walking down the road in the sausage roll? And these 2 fellas in the pub are watching. He must have seen the seagull doing it all day. And
Yeah,
like,
filming him. Grabs it. They don't care, do they?
One done it to my son in time, but literally as it's coming round, it's hitting with his wings. So he's going like that. As he's going like that, it's just climbed the sausage roll there for it to take it.
Do you reckon you'll reach that with the shoots on?
Yeah,
Can't get any closer, yeah.
nothing else I can do.
Even if we have to borrow a few bits from here.
C35 in it, mate.
40 if you can.
C40.
Yeah. Have you got the thing on it?
Yeah, I'll have to ring the
Yeah,
office.
phone up. I think we had C40 last time. I did say C40. She went, oh, C35, and I was like, so we've just about got it. Let's see how much we can get in that without having to borrow it. But oh yeah, you could do that, couldn't you? Hey, could you reverse back and start here and then just drive forward, or do you have to keep changing something every time you jump in?
I've got to stop everything and then jump in and then move, you know what I mean? Let's get this bit done.
See how we get on. Right, and we're off. We're trying to get it wet enough, but then not too wet that it affects the strength. And we'll just have to try and drag this across as much as we can, and then we'll just wheelbarrow the rest of it then. I know there'll be people there going, why aren't you using the digger to spread the concrete? So we are now. We literally started doing it and I just went, why aren't we using the digger? Like, it's made it so much easier, just reach to each corner now. Save Ronnie working as hard. Save you working as hard, use the digger. Right, he's only got a metre. Have you got much left? He's only got a little bit left now, so me and Ronnie are going to start a metre left. Me and Ronnie will start tamping this across and we'll see what we got left there. Ready? Let's hope that this is just a little flash shower. But we've managed to get obviously this bit over to there. And then we've just got 2 different levels there, so we're going to have to just try and feather it off. Gonna give it a minute? Right, this is where we're up to, so we're just waiting for it to go off a bit. So we can do that a bit more. There's our grid. We just need to try and like clean it once it's... So they wanted it a bit lower than the concrete because they're going to put a metal plate over it. And then here's our other grid. So what we've done here, they wanted this like level so they can drive forklifts over it, but the plate they've done, the metal one, is bigger than the actual grid. So we put some of the membrane underneath, put some plates on it, got it the right height, concreted up to this, and then when they come in Monday they can pull that out, that grid will go in and out, and then you can take that bit out and it'll sit right then, because it'll be sat on concrete, not on the actual plastic. So we're just waiting for this to go off a bit so we can try and flatten some of these lines, but it's hard to, I don't know what stage to get it perfectly flat up to be honest, because obviously it is a yard, isn't it? But maybe we could look at buying one of them power floats. I don't know whether we do enough concrete for that yet, but you can see that's why this yard's been done in like 4 metre, 3 metre bays, because they just power floated it and done. Yeah, diggers away. Just gonna do, and then we had a bit over here where we had a Y branch, or a branch, and that is the height of the branch, so we can't get that any lower than what it is. So what we're going to do is let that go off, pull this out, and then we're going to chop the grid so that it sits flush. This bit, no water actually falls there. That'll just be like if it's like monsoon rain, or if another grid blocks up and it does manage to come over here. So we just put that in as like as an extra, only because there was a branch on there. I thought, why not? Obviously that's why not, but yeah, we've got an hour left in the day. I'm going to try and shoot to the brick wall job and see. And the lads just walk in our concrete. Ronnie's had a go putting the float on without telling me. Tell, can't you? Right, yeah, it's just how long to wait before we start floating it. And then we're nearly done. What we've done is we've took the plastic grid off this because it was still a bit high, wasn't it? And we've, I was going to say do that. So we're just going to test it now. It still looks like it's going to have a little bit of a puddle there, but it's going to be obviously a million times better than it was, isn't it? Watch none of it go in the grid now. Hey! Might need a bit more water. It's getting there, isn't it? Look. Yeah, that one's in. The only thing I was saying, like, to Ronnie then, is you could put, like, lines, but that's not, like... You know what I mean? That's just to get rid of the last little tiny bit. If you think it's absolutely lashing down, and previously they had, like, a few centimetre puddles. It's weird, because when we done this, that's where the puddle was, you know, end of the day. Like, the lowest point, whereas now it's sort of going over there, isn't it? But when we done this, the puddle was there. So we said, right, let's move the grid from there. So originally we were going to have the grid here. And I said, that won't catch anything. Although it's looking like there now, isn't it?
Look where we ground.
Yeah, where it's going now. Yeah. Sound. So what we've done is just put some lines in. As you can see, the water's finding its way to those lines and then to the grid. And look, that puddle's gone. Yeah. The only thing is, how long will these last before they block up with sand? But yeah, look at that. Eh? So I was going to say, Ronnie, if you turn that water off now, and like by the end of it, it should all find its way to that, hopefully. That is us done, and I was about to try. What is that foot up? That means I got it on and off before without that down. You just got to get that one off. Is it tight? And that's the one that always gets caught, isn't it? Right, let me go and show everyone. I know I've just showed everyone, haven't I? We're done. Right, we're going back to the yard and we're gonna unload this, and you're gonna get in your cars and have a good weekend. Here we go. Everyone at the yard now. So, lock that up. I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna. What?
I've locked the top one.
Oh, have you? So I've got. Oh, one sec.
You was driving out, I'm just gonna lock it behind you. I'll just keep hold of that.
Isn't there a bolt on there? And you gotta lock this from the inside?
No, it's got.
No, outside, yeah, both. Alright, I'll hold me way in then. Come on, let's go. But that was good, that, wasn't it? So I've just managed to drive forward, swing in with the XL Sprinter, unhook the trailer, come out. But when I'll have even more space once I've got 2 more slabs that way. We can move everything that way, and I'll be able to like come in, reverse the trailer, unhook it, drive off, and then other people can. You should have enough space to get a van next to a van.
Smart, isn't it?
And like have like a trailer. You know what I mean? You can still, because at the moment you drive in, unhook a trailer, you can't then drive out. You've got to move that trailer.
It's nice to
Go home on a Friday at 4:30.
I was going to ask him again.
I'll send you it.
Didn't know who that was then, Ronnie. I didn't know who that was, didn't I?
This is Ronnie, fellas, who sold his van to buy a Merc.
The flash motor.
Hey. He's got no no tools in his car now. That's it.
Who needs a welder?
I think he's going to have a Delta sign on his car next week. Saturday morning, and I'm just come to the wall job just to see. We've got a full load of recycled hardcore on the drive where we've took the soil out. We've had a full load of soil gone. However, I was just looking at what's left, and then what's left of this bit, and it looks like it's going to be another grab, doesn't it? So all this bit can go, and then another load of hardcore. So I'll have to book that in for as soon as. Just want to try and get these jobs ticked off, so when we can start my sisters and other jobs, and these are done. We're not, coming back and trying to do bits. But just had like a proud dad moment then, where Anderson just drove past my yard, and Anderson was like, "I want to see more yards, Daddy." Didn't you? Did you like seeing the yards? You need a wee-wee? Yeah. Okay, let's go. Should we go back? Yeah. Come on. Wee-wee alert, gotta go. Right, Saturday continues. I just dropped Anderson off at his nan's, and I'm in the middle of filming here if you want to be on. Is this your DIY outfit? I've just been to the bathroom job that Mick's done. I'll put a little video here of what he's done. It looks really good. Customers absolutely made up, and I've just been round then to price up. She wants all the kitchen and stuff doing as well, so I've just gave them a price for that. And then I'm just at my mate's house because he's getting damp. Well, let's go and have a look. I don't think it's damp. I think it's condensation inside. But let's go and have a look. To be honest, I've not seen this before like this, so I was expecting it to be like, condensation. And it might be condensation.
It might be because...
So, because the only thing I'm thinking is, where's the coldest point in this room? There. 100%. Because that's the outside wall.
Yes.
So when it's all hot in here, and all the hot air comes there, where's the coldest bit? It's going to condensate, either like there, or probably that corner, because that's got 2 external walls. Yeah. So that's going to be the coldest.
No paint or anything will ever...
So he's got... You can see these, can't you? It literally looks like water's ran down the wall and stopped. But then the ceiling has got wallpaper on. That is bone dry, nothing's even peeled off that. And it's just that bit. That's so weird. But it's driving you mad. because you've had how many tenants, 3 tenants in, and they've all mentioned it, but like managed it.
Yeah, there's no
So what does it go black mold or not?
Not that I'm aware of, no. It's just like, it just trickles down like that. It goes black mould in the bottom right hand side of that room, as you can see.
That one?
Yeah.
So just like it is now?
Yeah. Where's in winter?
I mean, the easiest fix is to like insulate it somehow. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, agreed.
And put the barrier between outside and inside, because at the moment you've got a barrier made of bricks which absorb water. Yeah. So you need a barrier between inside and outside that doesn't absorb water. Mm-hmm. So you can either do that internally, which we've done a lot of, where you don't even have to take that off. You can take your data rail skirting boards off, insulate PIR, foam the boards on, and then even use like dry lining. So we've started doing that now, so we don't even have to skim it. We just easy fill, like joint and compound it, sand it back, spray it white, put your data rails back on, and you've got that layer of insulation then between here and that. It's making it a bit warmer, so the wall's not cold to touch, and it's less likely to condensate, etc. Because it doesn't look like there's anything outside coming in. Like when you said to me then on the thing that like he thinks it's water coming in from outside, like as in like a drip or something. If it was that, like the plaster would fall off and like the wallpaper would peel and the paint would be flaking off. Whereas it's flaked off there, but that doesn't even look like, that just looks like a scratch, is it? Or you insulate it externally and render the wall.
Yeah.
They're the options like I'd think of.
I had fellas who done the front tiles.
Yeah.
Who took because I thought that there was a problem there, and he said, yeah, all the foams come, all the, what do you call it, the eaves trays.
Yeah.
He said you had no eaves trays. He was like, so everything was just coming down.
Dripping down the wall.
Yes. So fellas come in and he took like the first 5 rows of tiles off, or 4 rows of tiles, redone it all on the front of the house. I just want to make sure that there's nothing on that side. You know what I mean?
So what we could do is like
I just for peace of mind, I just want to go. Yeah, there's nothing. On
do that first,
yeah.
and then
exactly. Yeah.
and then have a look at anything. I mean, it makes sense to do it externally. One, if you ever sold the house, it'd add value. If you do it internally, no one knows. So no one would come and go, a surveyor wouldn't come and go, oh, that adds value, they've insulated the internal walls. They'd just go, not really asked. Whereas if they see it on the outside, they'll go, okay, yeah, that's up to you value. Yeah, but...
Come on, look at it.
Right, I've just given my mate a price then to fascias and soffits on the side, because he's convinced it's coming in somehow there. Or I've given 2 prices. I've given one fascias and soffits up the side, so we're going to increase the overhang, say 200mm, and then we're going to put an extra tile over the top all the way up and over. That way it'll give him a bit more protection from rain on the overhang, and if that stops it, great. If not, I've also given him a price to insulate all the external wall and render it, and that way he's got the fascias and soffits, which would get done either way if we did both, and then if that doesn't work, or he wants to insulate the house, then obviously insulate that wall. And I just had a look then, it was saying that you could reduce your bills by up to 50% by insulating the external wall. So not something he's too bothered about, as he's renting it, he's not paying the bills, but he decides to keep the house. I went through it then with him, and in terms of, you make more money holding on to houses than you do from the actual rent. So if his house is worth 200 and, let's do a quick maths, if his house is worth 240 grand, If in 10 years his house price doubles, that's 240 grand. It's gone up. Divided by 10 is 24 grand. Divided by 12 is £2,000 a month. That's how much his house, in theory, should go up in 10 years. So every month it goes up 2 grand, whereas the rent is only a grand, say. So he's actually making more money by holding on to the house, waiting for property prices to go up. So he's just said, look, if I'm doing that, you know, this obviously insulating it and stuff, doing all this work to it makes sense, and then I've got it long term and I'm not getting calls and headaches and stuff like that. So yeah, that's it for Saturday. I am going to a wedding now. I've got to go and get ready. Some of you might have noticed I've had my hair cut, and that's why. Right, I'll sign off, and I hope you have had a good week. If you are enjoying it, please do subscribe, and yeah, loads more content to bring you. Loads more. I'm getting loads of damp issues at the minute. I feel like once we start doing one job and put it on social media and stuff, everyone starts giving us those jobs then, so we sort of narrow in on certain jobs. But yeah, if you are enjoying it, please do subscribe and let me know in the comments if there's anything, if you can see anything that I can't see, or any possible areas that could be coming in. But my theory is to just do certain stuff, cheaper stuff that's gonna add value and help, and then obviously go into other stuff and sort of work backwards. But yeah, if you can see anything there that I've missed, let me know.